Attention, the following video is going to totally kick ass. If you enjoy any of it and or have a large please click the sub and like button below. Enjoy.
Being healthy.
For the win. Sonic is my
Jesus
latest
Christ, slime, this is an intro.
Hey guys, SCH4 here. So me and my friend Gamer Mario are going to be reacting to new Dead Meat. This was last Friday. I forgot. It was this video's called Hellraiser Bloodline 1996 kill count. Yeah, just want to react to this right away before the next one comes out tomorrow. Alright, shall we get this bread?
Yes.
3.
Bread.
It's an expression, dude. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Today's kill count is sponsored by SimpliSafe.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, sorry.
Welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims in all
There
our
we go.
favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Hellraiser Bloodline, released in 1996. Bloodline is at least partially a science fiction horror film, and it's often referred to as the one where Pinhead goes to space.
Yeah,
that's an oversimplification,
I don't like
think.
those
This movie's
space
as ambitious
movies.
as it is a freaking mess. Not only does part of it take place in the future, another storyline takes place in the 18th century.
Remember
and a
on
third in the
Thanksgiving,
event present in
Thanksgiving?
1996. This
Yeah.
triple timeline idea was
I do
suggested
not want
by
to
Clive
remember
Barker
that.
himself, who served as executive producer even though he was mostly busy with Lords of Illusion. In any case, this is the last completed Hellraiser film with Barker's involvement in any way. Bloodline started with a strong script from returning writer Peter Atkins, but ran into problems quickly and frequently due to studio interference and rounds of budget cuts. The resulting mess of production led to an Alan Smithy credit, the pseudonym used by directors who don't want their real names attached to a movie. Personally, I enjoyed Bloodline. The period setting is interesting, and the sci-fi special effects are surprisingly okay. This thing came out a year before
guess you
Leprechaun
could say that's
4,
okay.
and its effects look 1,000 times better than that movie's low-res abominations.
What
Plus,
the?
Pinhead's histrionics are scaled back, and we're given another kick-ass lady villain in the demon Angelique. It may not be a great film, but I had a good time with it. I'd put it on par with Hell on Earth. Whether a Hellraiser is good or bad, you don't want Cenobites showing up at your door. Luckily, you can keep yourself safe from them
I
and
guess
other
the OG
threats
Cenobites
using
are
today's
gone now.
sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe
Sadly,
is a
yeah.
whole home security
They were
system that
unique.
allows you to design a system best fit for whatever house you're in. And right
These
now,
Cenobites are not
SimpliSafe is
unique.
giving you early access to their Black Friday
What'd you
sale
say?
with at least 50% off your
These
SimpliSafe
Cenobites are
security
not
system.
unique.
Dead Meat's
Yeah.
executive assistant Ben set it
It's
up
a little
at
bit
his
overrated.
place. So now he can use the doorbell camera to hide if I ever try to bother him after work hours.
Ben!
What
Ben!
the?
I need kills counted! Ben!
SimpliSafe's also got new wireless outdoor security cameras that'll give you an ultra-wide 140-degree view of your property. All of their devices, including water sensors,
Freddy
window
Krueger.
alarms, and smoke detectors,
saw Freddy
link up
Krueger
with the home
thing.
base, and it's easy as hell to set up on your own. After that, your home is professionally monitored around the clock. If anything happens, the SimpliSafe team will call authorities immediately. Right now, SimpliSafe is having their best deals of the year, so there's no better time to secure your home and family. Just go to simplisafe.com/deadmeat to learn more and save 50% or more on your SimpliSafe security system. That's
Alright.
simplisafe.com/deadmeat for the biggest sale of the year on this award-winning security system. In space, no one can hear you scream from pain or from pleasure. Let's see if we can count those screams
The hell?
anyway and get to the kills. The movie begins with a pretty good-looking space station called the Minos in the year 2127. Dr. Paul Merchant is aboard, fisting some chainmail gloves to control a Terminator, when another spaceship arrives at the
I'll be
station.
alive when
Come
that
on, guys,
happens.
don't dock while Paul's engaging in virtual box
We say
play.
game
Damn,
live?
do those robot hands and digital puzzle box look bad. As the new
The
arrivals
year-
quickly
the
slip
year
into
that
aliens
they're
mode,
in, I
Paul
probably
Merchant
won't be
finishes
alive when
getting
that
proxied
happens.
by proxy.
Don't
Solving
say
the
that.
puzzle
Maybe you
has
will.
quite the effect
Just be
on his robot
successful
friend.
and make good choices. Ooh! What the?
It also brings flashes of Pinhead. Merchant's talking to Pinhead through a screen when he's apprehended by a space police force or something. One of them, a woman with the unfortunate name of Rimmer, sits down to interrogate Paul Merchant. He tells her that he built this space station as a trap.
What did you expect to catch?
Hell is what I'm going to
Yeah.
catch, and I'm gonna burn it away in a blaze of light.
You're gonna burn hell with light? Okay, dude. He launches into a story about his ancestor, Philippe Le Marchand, the man who designed and built the original Lament configuration. I guess that sort of makes him the in-universe Simon Says. Simon says, show us more close-ups of woodworking.
2000.
Good job, movie. You're not out. Philippe Lemarchand was played by Bruce Ramsey, the same 27-year-old Canadian playing his descendant Paul Merton.
Yeah.
Ramsey did a decent job differentiating his various roles, but as is often the case with Hellraiser sequels,
Yeah.
his acting isn't great.
Sorry,
Dead.
I was talking to my
If you don't let me
roommate.
out to finish my work, you're all dead.
Philippe has built this puzzle box, which
dead.
does all the usual tricks for a wealthy man who's into the occult and black magic.
Wealthy?
named Duc de
Wealthy
Lille.
man.
He's based on the Marquis de Sade, so you know he's a nasty man. This nasty man has an assistant named Jacques, played by a
this guy looks
21-year-old
kinda
Adam
weird,
Scott
I'm
in
not gonna
basically
lie.
his first movie role. Gotta admit, him being Adam Scott makes some of these shots funny, even though they're not meant to be. But it's Adam Scott, so it's kind of funny. Also funny is that Adam Scott gets the first kill of this movie.
Oh,
when
shoot.
He strangles a peasant girl to death for the benefit of his rich daddy. Philippe arrives and delivers the box.
Oh,
but wants to
dang.
see what it'll be
That's
used
dark.
For. Well, dude, let's see. Looks like they've got a lady and they're skinning her butt. All right. That
What
box about
the
to cover
heck?
butt skin. Delisle and Jacques go through
Oh,
a
that's
gruesome
disgusting.
production of that's shown just enough to give you the
Oh
gory
my-
picture. Pretty gross stuff.
Oh,
At least don't
God.
do it. Quit hiding behind your sugar daddy, Adam Scott. Come on out. Delisle says a bunch of stuff in Latin. It starts up a light show, and Adam Scott gets scared. Aw, he's just putting a demon in this peasant girl's body. That's nothing to be afraid of, Adam Scott. By summoning this demon, Delisle will have control over it, as long as he doesn't do anything to stand in Hell's way. Also, he apparently gets naming rights.
You are Angelique.
This wet birthing scene was added during reshoots. Originally,
that's
Angelique was the
disgusting.
one who commissioned the puzzle box, and she used it to unleash hell on a room full of gamblers. The only footage I could find of that original scene was from a very low-quality work print. Philippe tells a science friend about the demon he saw, and the friend says this allegation sounds daft in modern times.
This is the 18th century, Philippe,
What the hell?
not the Dark Ages. The world is ruled by reason.
But if Philippe really does think he's somehow opened hell, then he'd best get to work designing a way to close it back up. When
Yeah,
he
you
figures
better.
it out, Philippe breaks into Delisle's place to steal back the box. He'll just have to sneak past the demon having sex with Adam Scott. As he goes to grab the box, a bloody Duc de
Oh,
Lille
that's
lurches back to
disgusting.
life, only to die just as suddenly of injuries sustained earlier off screen. Delisle was killed by Angelique after he evidently stood in Hell's way. Her boy toy then beats down Philippe Lemarchand and says his lineage will be haunted because he opened the door to hell.
Think about it. You and your bloodline cursed to the end of time because of your little puzzle box.
Adam Scott telling us why this movie's called Bloodline. Angelique takes a
Yeah,
blade and shanks
Bloodline.
Philippe with it, and the bleeding toy maker is found later by his wife, who promises she'll save herself and their child. She leaves her husband with a kiss, and Philippe Lemarchand joins the kill count with a fade out. That's the end of ye olden times, so we're back in space for a mo. Paul Merchant says his family carried the puzzle box design in their blood. Though most of them didn't know it, they had lament configurating genes. That brings us
Yeah.
to a less distant ancestor of Paul's, John Merchant, a successful architect who lives in 1996. Just as with Philippe and Paul, John is played by Bruce Ramsey. John's got a son with his wife Bobby, played by Kim Myers, last seen on the kill count as the female lead in Nightmare 2. That means she had already worked with Bloodline's original director, Kevin Yeager, who did Freddy's design in that film as one of its makeup artists.
Oh,
Several
boy.
directors were considered for Bloodline, including Guillermo del Toro and Stuart Gordon. The job ultimately went to Kevin Yeager, best known for his special effects work. He designed Chucky for the original Child's Play and the Crypt Keeper for Tales from the Crypt. Bloodline would be
okay.
Yeager's first and only film as a director. It was not an easy time during production. There was a fire that caused a flood when the sprinklers went off, a strike that shut down production for a day, and the movie's kid actor came down with chickenpox. Doug
Oh,
Bradley
that's-
called Bloodline
that's
the
not
most
good.
miserable professional experience of his career. John's having nightmares of Angelique, whom he's never met, and who's currently still living in Paris here in the .com decade. She sees a magazine cover and recognizes the Merchant genes, so she tells the somehow also immortal Adam Scott that she wants to go find the toy maker's descendant. Adam Scott says
Jeez,
no.
he's
He wants
still
to stay
young?
here and
The
hunt her
heck?
down. And since his refusal is getting in the way of hell, that gives Angelique the freedom to attack him. She
he's
slashes him
immortal.
a bunch and even nibbles
Well,
a bit
no,
of his face off.
no,
before
the
killing
guy-
him
the
by
guy,
cutting into his chest and taking
Jacques,
out what I think
he's-
is his heart. And that's a wrap on Adam Scott, everybody. Like I said, John Merchant's an architect.
Oh,
and
wait,
one of the
you
buildings
talking about
he
Jacques
designed
that
is
he's
that
immortal?
lament
'Cause
configuration
I-
lounge that we
the
peeped at
woman
the end
is
of Hellraiser
immortal.
3. These third and fourth Hellraisers have a little more
So the guy's
continuity than I
immortal.
expected. At an awards
Oh,
ceremony,
yeah.
John sees Angelique and recognizes her from his dreams. He leaves before she can talk to him, so she turns her demonic sights on a random guy named Mr. Sharp instead.
Uh-oh.
Dude looks like he'd be a corrupt lawyer in The Wire. She takes Sharp into the basement of John's building, where she instinctively knows where to punch a pillar to find a box. Damn,
What
that was
the-
like finding
oh.
a star in a hidden block.
Oh,
in
that-
Mario
oh, the
Kart.
last
she
movie,
tells the guy to
that-
solve it for her.
I have such
That,
sights to show.
And
that
since this
box
thing
was
can be solved by
buried
ages 6
underground.
months and up, he finishes it in a jiffy, unknowingly opening hell upon his ass. Chains come out, they get him good, and after he sees a
Ew.
demonic beast lurking in the light, he's pulled towards it to be killed off screen. Pinhead emerges and finds the puzzle box, as well as Angelique, whom he knows by name. He acknowledges her as a former leader of Hell who's been out of work for a while.
Hell is more ordered since your time, princess.
More ordered, huh?
Yeah, but now, the voice
That
chopper now.
recognition doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Pinhead was created from Elliot Spencer in the 1920s, at which point Angelique would have been fucking around in France with Adam Scott. The demon in her body's been away since 1700 whatever. How's this Brit from the 20th century know her by name?
Angelique.
This lack of logic.
Maybe Leviathan told her, or told him.
After an early screening of Kevin Yeager's original 1 hour 50-minute cut, Bob Weinstein, head of the movie's Studio Dimension Films, said he didn't like the movie and wanted Pinhead to show up earlier. The original script by Peter Atkins was in chronological order, and Pinhead didn't appear until this scene more than a half an hour in. 3 rounds of reshoots were ordered, and the future set plot was turned into a wraparound device. The continual requests for rewrites got so bad that Peter Atkins called it quits.
So I resigned heroically by fax.
The hell?
Director Kevin Yeager also decided
That's
he had
kinda
already
weird.
spent too much time and energy on this thing, so he left too, and Joe Chappelle was brought in to direct the reshoot. Some of the new material was written by Rand Ravitch, who had just co-written another Clive Barker film sequel, Candyman 2. New director Joe Chappelle had just finished another job with Dimension, directing the
don't
equally
show that. Come on,
production
man.
of Halloween 6. Kevin
Okay,
Yeager
good,
says
you
the
blocked
final cut
it.
of Bloodline was less than
I am
half
not
of
looking
what
up
he
that
had
kind of
planned.
yeah, because
from the project, thus
Don't
the
wanna
outline
get-
busy.
don't wanna get
As far as I know,
demonetized.
Yeager's cut has never seen the light of day, though there are reconstructions of it on YouTube using work print footage and, whatever the fuck this is.
Princess. Toy maker. Thank you, Jim.
Pinhead and Angelique both want John to make a super ultra mega box that'll be a giant portal to hell.
This is a Holocaust waiting to wake itself.
I calm down, Dave. Angelique says
Yeah,
she can get
calm
John
down,
to do
buddy.
it using sextitude, but Pinhead wants to rely on his old standby of terror instead. This conflict between them was originally much more angry and violent, but reshoots changed them to be more flirtatious, or at least flirtatious for
That's
demons.
disgusting, Pinhead.
Smell the exquisite stench.
I sense Pinhead being a simp.
What you really are.
Angelique goes to John's office where she sees
Am I
a
right?
design on his wall from
Pinhead
his
being a
toymaker
simp.
ancestor. Even though this mystery woman is a stranger, John shows her what he's been working on. It's a box based on his ancestor's design that'll somehow make infinity light?
Perpetual light. Trapped light. Feeding off its own reflections.
That's not how that works, John. That's not science, dude. Sorry. Angelique tells John that she's not a stranger. He knows who she is. Just listen to your memory blood. That night, his memory blood rushes all the way down south as he has a porny-ass dream about that demon.
Oh God, no!
I'm not sure, since the scene begins with no establishment.
No,
They seem confused by
why?
the location, too.
What's this? It's a door. I know it's a door.
Yeah,
It isn't on
Captain
the chart.
Obvious.
The brothers head through the mystery door and things get spooky in a hurry. They find a bunch of blood, which is bad, and then viscera, which is even worse. Good thing these two have each other.
Now what? We stick together. Always together.
I like the twin security guards, and turns out actors Dave and Jim Schulte have a YouTube channel. It's focused on home repairs, so they're kind of like shorter, less hot property brothers.
wow.
Together, the twins kick down a door and point their guns at Pinhead and Angelique. As you may have expected, this does not go well for them.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Has a face.
Allow me to show you.
Pinhead's chains come out of the
Gentlemen.
ceiling and such and wrap
I
around the
am
brothers.
pain.
The lead Cenobite displays his dominance to Angelique when he kills the brothers.
Imagine
by
if Pinhead said,
attaching
"I
their
am
heads
horny."
together to have
Am I right,
the
Game Mario?
Then he sticks a couple of drills through their temples, and a piston thing twists their heads
Game Mario,
together.
imagine
The
if
end
Pinhead
result
said,
looks
"I am
like blood-flavored
horny."
Laffy Taffy. It's Pinhead's turn to go after John Merchant, and he
I
decides
am
he'll
horny.
torture him through
That
his son. Jack
website
Merchant
is
played by
very,
kid actor
very
Courtney, who would
legal.
go on to be
I
Danny
wanna
Florence in
edit
the
that
Shining
so badly.
miniseries. He also voiced Gus in Recess. John's wife Bobby leaves Jack
I
alone
remember
for
that
just
show.
a minute and returns to find the little rascal missing. Aw, and Pinhead ruined his connects? Come on, man, that Ferris wheel is not easy to build. Bobby finds her kid with Pinhead, and the situation is a little weird.
Oh, what appetites I could teach him.
What the hell, Pinhead? You're supposed to be.
Pinhead, please don't play with the kid's hair. John gets home to find his family.
You're not supposed to do
Money
that.
through his magazine cover.
It's like I dare you to make an edit
He heads
of
to his office building and finds it
Pinhead
taken
saying
over
I'm.
by chains and stops
I
out.
should.
Yo, that's the imp noise from fucking Doom!
Whoa.
Love shotgunning those bastards. John finds his family next to a torture pillar being guarded by a chattering hellhound. And if that wasn't bad enough, Pinhead's promising to torture Jack like a motherfucker.
Although the boy will not die here, for 1,000 years his dearest wish will be that he had.
Pinhead tells John that his ancestor designed this puzzle box and that John's fate is to make an even bigger version.
You will help to fulfill its promise.
John tries juking away from Pinhead, as though you could defeat a demon by running away. He and his family split up, which gets his wife chased around by Pinhead's chattering dog face. I think it looks pretty good. The Chatterer Beast was designed by Kevin Yeager and built by his effects shop. I was surprised to learn this good boy isn't a boy at all. It's a man! A guy named Jody St. Michael played the Beast by running around inside a suit. The chattering, slobbering Hound of Hell corners Bobby in a room, but she's able to put an end to it with the Lament configuration. I feel like those boxes have unlimited ammo. John finds his son in the hands of another demon who, much like Pinhead, wants to make things weird.
So young. So tender.
Yeah, he's not
So
Why's that look like Nancy?
Demons
even the little kid's uncomfortable with that.
Stop! Yeah. To get the demons to stop,
That's
John agrees to type them on the gateway to hell, but it ends up
it's
being
like, why does it
an
go
elaborate
remind me
trick
of
using
Nancy?
the latest
I
and
don't
greatest
know.
visual effects. Instead of opening a door to hell, John tries to defeat the demons with his perpetual light show, but it fails because that's not how science works. And Pinhead kills John Merchant with a chain that goes through his neck. The hook on the end expands, so when it's pulled back out, John is decapitated. Hell of a kill, and somewhat unexpected, since John was probably the mainest character. Bobby runs in to save her son using the power of box. I'm honestly not entirely sure what happens here. Angelique gets chained up and dragged towards the box, but before we see exactly what happens to her, the box blows up, and Pinhead just stands around screaming.
Sounds like he's going Super Saiyan mode.
And, now we're back to the future. Great Scott! These last
That sounds like you're having sex.
Back in space.
Oh, shut up, Gay Wild. That's disgusting.
To clean up his ancestors' mess. He's summoned the demons here and trapped them with that robot. They appeared in the room when it solved the box, and that's currently where they're locked up. I think it's silly we get a recap of something we saw an hour ago, but I do get a kick out of that Terminator exploding.
Boom!
As a testament to this movie's messiness, Angelique's Cenobite appears without any kind of introduction. We first see her in the background behind Pinhead. It's bullshit. Anyway, the space guards arrived after John had summoned the demons, but before he could destroy them for good. The guards don't believe his story about space demons, and I don't believe I know who the fuck they are. Seriously, what space force do these people even work for?
Space demons.
It doesn't matter. They all gonna die. First up is a dude named Parker, who's tricked into freeing the Cenobites when they employ a leprechaun-like trick of the voice.
Uh-oh.
Parker shoots the door open, walks inside, and is greeted by the Hell Priest himself. Pinhead sicks his chains on the poor guy, and they do their job, ripping Parker's skin off and killing him with a blow through the head. Now Pinhead's free with his brand new gash. Angelique Cenobite and the twin Cenobites, now played by twin brothers Michael and Mark Polish. Although Kevin Yeager was an experienced special effects artist, he brought back Image Animation to have continuity with the Cenobites. Specifically, he brought back Gary J. Tunnicliffe, who had become head of the company's US branch. Tunnicliffe based the twin Cenobites design on the Greek masks for tragedy and comedy. He based Angelique's fucking fantastic design on Sister Act, inspired by the way their habits looked. Chilean actor Valentina Vargas wears it well, though she suffered reactions to the glue and prosthetics
remind me of the thing.
Finally, for Pinhead, Tunnicliffe went back to the OG makeup and based it on Jeff Portis's original design. In Hellraiser 3, Pinhead was changed by new makeup coordinator Paul Jones, who made his pins visibly longer and created a two-piece appliance for Doug Bradley to wear. It was faster to get in and out of, but more uncomfortable for the actor. Maybe the return of long makeup hours is why this Pinhead is much more chill again. Though she didn't get a proper intro, Angelique Cenobite gets the next kill. It's this dude named Carducci, played by Pat Skipper, who was Laurie's dad in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Angelique tricks Carducci with her human form in a mirror, pulls him partially through it, and laughs as he's decapitated between the two planes. Chamberlain is the next meatbag to run into a Cenobite. He's played by Tom Dugan, who is part of a funny pair of characters in The Best Leprechaun Part 3. Chamberlain learns that guns don't work on demons, then runs away and hides. It appears to fool Pinhead, but he's killed off screen by the Chatterhound he finds at his side. The last random space manhunter is Edwards, who appears to be in charge of the group. He earns the distinction of being the only person on Earth or in space who has a hard time solving the puzzle box.
Yeah.
It's just a box.
Angelique takes it from him and leaves Edwards to the twin Cenobites, who split apart from each other in a horrific visual effect.
That's
Now
disgusting.
separated, they get on either side of Edwards and kill him by becoming a throuple with him. A bloody, nasty, splashy throuple. Since everyone's dying, Rimmer frees Paul Merchant so he can try to stop the Cenobites. He beep boops on some buttons, and suddenly Pinhead is standing there, saying he's going to end the Merchant bloodline once and for all. But then Paul distracts Pinhead with that dope-ass view of Earth and steps to Rimmer looking like he's about to throw down in a rap battle.
Double back down this hallway and get to the shuttle.
When did he get so hard? No wonder Rimmer seems
Wow.
dazed and confused. They split up, and it's Rimmer's turn to run from the demon doll. She gets away from it and locks it inside some kind of chamber, then finishes it off with an alien action and a line on loan from Pet Cemetery.
Play dead.
That doggy does more than play dead. Thing blows up with chunks flying all over
Damn.
the place. Merchant is back with Pinhead again and tells the Hell Priest he's gonna kill him. Pinhead doesn't buy it.
I cannot die. I am forever.
I
Merchant's
am
bored of that
forever
bullshit.
horny.
He's
No
out
kidding.
like a tricksy Luke Skywalker. Turns out he was just a hologram.
He
man,
just
and
deuced
he's
out of
actually
there,
chilling in a
basically.
spaceship with Rimmer, and he hardly even knows her. Merchant activates his space station, which is revealed to be a weapon. It's the perpetual light device.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I am forever horny.
It's an impossible thing. But I guess Paul's here to prove both physics and Pinhead wrong.
I cannot die!
Despite that claim, I'm putting Pinhead's
You
leather
know
skirt
why
on
we
ass
say
on the kill
I
count
am
tab.
forever
Seems like enough
horny.
of a kill, with the space getting torn apart as he's surrounded by perpetual light. Then the space station blows up entirely, and I don't see any little Pinhead parts left behind. Oh, wait, what the fuck happened to Angelique and the twin Cenobites? They kinda disappeared in the end there, but we last saw them on the space station that just blew up, so I guess I have to count them as dead too. Alright. The movie ends with the spaceship heading back to
That's
Earth.
pretty
it.
dumb.
That's it.
I wanna
How
see
many
a
lines
final
of blood will I
moment
draw on
between
this
those
movie's
three
tally marks of
Cenobites.
kills? Let's find out and get to the numbers! I counted 16 kills in Hellraiser Bloodline, with all of them male except for the 2 times Valentina Vargas died. Wait, also, Angelique was a demon who got Cenobited? Does that even make sense?
Cenobited.
With a runtime of 85 minutes, that
The
left us
twins
with a kill
didn't
on
die,
average
they
of
just
5.31
turned into the Cenobites.
minutes.
Then
I'll
they
give the
died
golden
after.
Chainsaw for coolest kill to John Merchant. Yeah, I know, I'm biased towards decapitations, but this one was done in a gruesome, painful way.
Jeez.
Plus, he was a main character. That adds to the impact. All machete for lamest kill will be Chamberlain, killed by a hell pup off screen. And that's it. Hellraiser Bloodline came out in theaters in '96. The next Hellraiser would be the direct-to-video Inferno in 2000.
God.
But I'll consider looking at that and the 5 Hellraisers that followed at some point later. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this week's Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Alex Saxton, Caleb Schenberger, Joran Grant, PCB, and William Rush. To be honest, I've really enjoyed the Hellraisers, and I kind of wish I could keep going with the franchise. But it is about to be December, which is a big month for Dead Meat, and I don't want to spend it on direct-to-video Hellraiser sequels. Expect a bunch of bigger movies that came out earlier this year and are now available on Blu-ray, which means not Halloween Kills. I'm sorry. Tell them to release that Blu-ray faster. Thanks, everyone. Be good people.
Alright.
Alright guys, don't forget to watch the video description below, and subscribe to Dead Me, and subscribe to be my heel, and subscribe to Zach. I'll see you guys in the next video.
And
Bye
I'll
everyone.
see you guys later. What he said. Stay healthy for the win.